A common debate that arises in each format in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is whether or not players should run board breakers, hand traps, or a mix of both. Often, hand traps reign supreme. Board breakers, although powerful, are strictly going second cards, and in contrast, hand traps are powerful going first and going second. In addition, hand traps and multiples tend to have more application than board breakers. Most hand traps are often one-for-one exchanges. Cards like Ash Blossom, Infinite Impermanence, and Effect Veiler are the most common. On the other end, we have everyone's favorite, lingering hand traps. Cards like Droll and Lockbird, Dimension Shifter, the Mulcharmies, and of course, Max C. But in this video, we're looking at the first category of hand traps, specifically two new additions to that lineup, Dominus Purge and Dominus Impulse. Purge and Impulse, unlike most hand traps, are actually trap cards. Dominus Purge was released in 2024's The Infinite Forbidden, and its effect reads: if your opponent controls a card, you can activate this card from your hand. When a card or effect is activated that includes an effect that adds cards from the deck to the hand, negate that effect. Then, if you have a trap card in your graveyard, destroy this card. If you activated this card from your hand, you cannot activate the effects of dark, water, and fire monsters for the rest of this duel. Dominus Impulse was released later in Rage of the Abyss, and its effect reads: if your opponent controls a card, you can activate this card from your hand. When a card or effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster, negate that effect, and if you have a trap card in your graveyard, destroy that card. If you activated this card from your hand, you cannot activate the effects of light, earth, and wind monsters for the rest of this duel. I think these cards are great, and not just because of their powerful effects. These cards encourage and sometimes force Yu-Gi-Oh! Players to deck build slightly differently. Their attribute restrictions make it tricky to play both in the same deck. This card also forces players to evaluate the rest of their hand trap lineup. In some cases, players will play the Dominus cards with hand traps that conflict with the restrictions, as they can sequence their hand traps, but it does create more decision-making moments in-game. You can play Dominus Purge and Ash Blossom or Dominus Impulse and Droll, but it could create conflict. This decision-making also extends to the extra deck, as players will want to mostly play monsters that fit into the attribute restriction. Personally, I don't want to see more hand traps be introduced to the game, but creating more staples with these unique restrictions I think would be better for the game. I'm not saying that deck building is easy in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but for the most part, you can just run the best cards with little to no drawback or consideration. This idea of soft locks or restrictions could also be extended to more archetypes, but that's a different topic for a different video. That's the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, and comment on what you think about cards like Dominus Purge and Dominus Impulse, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.